Now it's all scuffed up. All the surfaces are scuffed. Jose is even sanding right now to get everything, look at that, green, everything prepped so it can be sprayed hopefully next week. Look at him back here. He's going to town. Goose's Island is gone. Getting it all scuffed up. Even inside the engine air intake vents, he's got it scuffed up. So pretty cool. Pretty cool. Hoping we got a tent around this thing next time. There's a Duramax. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to part 3 of the Pursuit 3400 boat hull side repair. As you can see behind me, the entire hull side has been completely redone. New balsa coring, filler material, fairing, new fiberglass, biaxial strands, and we just finished longboarding the entire hull side. So on today's episode, we finally get to it. We are painting this boat and it will no longer be green. So as always, like and subscribe if you appreciate this content. Go check out the other 2 parts of this video if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Painting the 2000 Pursuit 3400 Fisherman, not green. All right, here we go. Well, it's raining, but we got the tent built. Let me it's literally raining right now. I'm gonna get inside the paint tent here. See where the door is. There we go. All right. Oh, okay. Close this up so it's not blowing all over the place. Come on. Yeah, it's windy. Well, sweet. We got a full-blown paint booth, and I tell you what, it's pretty dry in here. The guys were saying that it was a little wet, maybe on the ground, but all in all in here, things are pretty dry. Oh, my cord got unplugged. I'm gonna have to climb up and plug it back in. Hell, they even removed my tuna door here. And sanded that guy off. I wonder where my brackets are, but oh, anyway, let's walk around. Recent predicament that we've actually ran into is that my scuppers were custom made from Tiara, and they have since been all broken up. So I'm gonna have to figure out a solution for that. See, as you can see, this fiberglass is all broken up. So we're working on that currently, but it looks like some sprayage was going on to figure out, maybe even just prep the surface before we spray everything. This will be interesting. He's gonna have to tape the rub rail up there as well, so that overspray doesn't go onto the white, which is currently green, gel coat. But wow, he's got it all sanded down and prepped. Yeah. Well, this is actually a pretty stout, legit paint booth. I wasn't sure how this would all work out, but we got a bunch of 2x4s squared up 2x4 bases, 2x4 braces, a little bit of throwaway rope, shrink wrap rope, and a bunch of shrink wrap. Now we just need a couple fans, filtration, and maybe even a little heat in here so we can paint properly without some craziness going on with speckling or eggshell finish or anything like that. Yeah, here it stands. I still haven't, oh look, here is even another piece of the scupper. Just trash. But that's what we have currently. I'm gonna hop up here and get my boat plugged back in. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. So here's one of my scuppers. This is from the outside. So these go in the outside of the boat. So this is on the inside here, but they insert, there's a pass-through, and then there's an interior section there that then seals this up, and any water that gets on the deck is just supposed to flow right out. But right now, there's a hole, and I don't want all that water to come in and just go straight down into my bilge. That's called sinking. All right, otherwise everything looks okay. I winterized the boat last week when weather got down into the 20s. Right now it's probably in the 50s. The temperatures have come back up. You can even see we got a bunch of moisture on the glass from the boat being cold and then getting warm again. Still missing displays. Got plans to do a nice Garmin setup there, but that's down the road. And then the interior is fine. It's check on the battery charger. Yep, see, there we go. So we got shore power on, battery charger light on. That's all good. Everything dried up after I winterized. Yeah. Cool. Cool. Water bottle. Not frozen. Just been leaving this be. We are going on, let's see, October 7th when I put the boat on the hard. So we are going on 2 months now. The boat's been out, getting worked on. Overall, it has stayed fairly clean because I've kept isinglass on. Obviously outside here is pretty dirty just from dust sanding, leaves being exposed to the elements, which is all part of this. I mean, you go over to the gel goat here and it's just disgusting. So when it comes spring, this is going to get a huge deep clean, and then I'm going to have this all polished and waxed, as well as remove the old pinstripe gold and green 3400 Pursuit logo and replace that with the new version of that logo that they put on the new Pursuits. So that should look pretty fancy, and then match the new color and the new boot stripe color. So let me hop down. I'm gonna save some of that stuff. Not that I need it, but might as well. So that's what I was saying. That insert goes right in here and then creates the pass-through so water can come out. We're gonna do some new metal, nice scuppers on the back, and then probably create some sort of mold that allows this pass-through to occur. But this all feels good. It looks good. It's raining, it's moist. We need a dry day, we need ventilation. And I think finally we can paint. Reminder, we are using all grip paint this boat, so it'll be all grip painted, and I don't think we're doing clear coat. I could be wrong though, we might end up doing that. I've been advised one way or the other a few times now. Yeah, it's crazy. Everything's wet and moist. It's time to get some paint back into this girl. Hull side is fully repaired, better than new. It's paint time. Maybe tomorrow when it's dry, we can get ventilation and everything hooked up so we can start painting. For now, it'll just be a big white blob. It is a cold winter day, and I still don't have a painted boat. And it's not anybody's fault other than the fact that this has just been a really big project. I mean, think about it. Cutting out, stripping, sanding down an entire hull side without damaging the inner liner, sanding all that, prepping it, adhering new balsa coring, literally like cutting out puzzle pieces of balsa coring, putting it back in place, epoxying all that together, gluing it to the hull side, adding epoxy on top of it, adding glass, more epoxy, filling, sanding, more glass, Cusa inserts for all of the through hull fitting spots, more fairing material, spray it, sand it, spray it again, find out where the waves are, longboard everything with essentially exactly what it is. It's just longboard with sandpaper on it to make it smooth. Yeah, and then all of this just to get ready to paint it, as well as, you know, build 2 booths at this point. So we're on our 2nd booth now. This is our official paint booth. It's just crazy. I mean, what goes into a project like this is unreal. I could not imagine. You know, you guys have noted I'm not doing this work. No, I'm not doing the composite hull repair work or the paint work. I'm not a specialist in it, and I want it to look professional, really well. It's not my strong suit. I'm good at electronics, mechanical things, but this is gonna, I've left this to the professionals, and I'm glad I did. I'm helping out where I can, but at the end of the day, the best I can do is explain to you why we're doing what we're doing, how they're doing it, and just give you an idea of what it would take if you were to do it yourself. I just pulled up over here at the boat. I'm gonna get out, walk you guys through the longboarding process for the hull side, show you inside of our tent some more, and that's not even to say when this is all done and the boat's repainted, I still have all sorts of work to do. I got to rebuild a turbocharger that has leaking shaft seals, replace all sorts of fish box, seawater, raw water pumps. I need to have the whole top sides polished and waxed and cleaned up. And there's still some soft spots in the deck that need to be addressed. I mean, this is just, it's a big piece of the puzzle, but it's the tip of the iceberg when it comes to taking care of this boat as a whole. But all that can be done once it's back in the water. So. Okay, longboard phase complete. When I say longboard, like I was talking about, literally just a longboard with sandpaper on it, and it's smoothing all the waves out in the hull side, so you can see your high spots, low spots, fairing material into primer glass, high spot. So longboarding levels all that out, so this is a nice smooth paint surface to spray paint onto. So I think Jose's done longboarding, and if we walk around to the other side, you'll see that the whole thing has been sanded. So the existing paint that's there is scuffed, is abrasive, so it has material for the primer and paint to adhere to. So this is all ready to go, 100% prepped. We just need to get heat in the booth and some ventilation, a fan in and a fan out with a filter on it. But you can see there's no question this boat has always been green. It's actually been painted green twice in its history. Once at the factory and then once, I'm told, 7 years ago. But it will no longer be green. So you have it. We're looking at getting some custom scuppers, either made or remade based on the scuppers that came out. I already told you guys about that. Jose will spray my door at the same time he sprays the rest of it. He's gonna have to tape off some of the deck so it doesn't get blasted with the new color. Like, look here, he sanded it down and found a high spot in the glass, so probably good he did that. Looks like a repair in the past with some fairing material, but there you have it. Okay, heat is pumping. It is warm in here, and Jose has the whole boat fully prepped to spray, and I think he is fully prepared to spray today, which is super exciting. There's been a ton of prep work leading up to this moment right here, and you can see he's got everything taped up to the rub rail, down to what will be the bottom paint, boot stripe line. Nice, nice, nice. Let me get over the threshold here. Look at this, we got a whole terrace built up around the boat, but there we go. Taped, prepped, sanded, as smooth as it's gonna get. We're sending it. I see a little waviness, but I hope that's just the eye catching it. It looks pretty dang smooth. I'll be happy with the end result no matter what. Nice. There we go. Only solution for painting in December is a bunch of propane heaters. And believe it or not, it's actually fairly warm today. All right, buddy. Well, I'm told tomorrow is the day. And here is our biggest issue at the moment. As you can see, everything's scuffed and sanded. But you see these like dark spots? This is all moisture where the hull is sweating from the temperature changes outside. So the only way to combat that is by heating this entire tented area, and we're accomplishing that by diesel heaters, propane heaters. So early in the morning, Jose will get here, fire those heaters up, and then let this whole area warm up to, I don't know, 60, 65 degrees. And that'll allow him to officially start spraying paint. Well, out of not wanting to disturb anything, we've got a couple of heaters in here, a little ceiling. You can see the air movement from the heat rising. And then Jose went ahead and sprayed our first coat of primer on this side. It actually looks pretty good, pretty smooth after all that longboarding. So I think Jose just wants to make sure. Oh, and he's got the boot line taped off as well. I think Jose just wants to make sure everything looks all right. And it's 55 degrees today, so that's a bummer. That tape line fell. Probably because of moisture, but this adding heat in here is supposed to help remove some of that moisture. Damn, he's gonna have to come back in and tape that again. That's all right though. Okay, so he's resprayed over here. And this side, I'm guessing he hasn't sprayed yet. Yeah, no, he hasn't sprayed this side again. He's got to tape and get heaters over here as well. So this is currently the fight. Heat and paint. I mean, he's already sprayed this paint on here, but that's the high build sealer. Next is the primer. So we're there. We're officially, that is as sanded as it's gonna get. You know, it's a lot of those high spots and low spots that you originally saw have been worked out, and it is buttery smooth. It's not even showing up on the camera from what I can tell. Cool. Another fun thing, custom. We actually reached out to Tiara in regard to the scuppers. And our guy there said, yeah, sorry, those were custom made. The company that made them is out of business. And the best he can do is send us photos of what they look like, as well as the schematics or the drawings for them for when they originally produced them. But anyway, not a huge deal. It's just something we're gonna have to make custom. But another little special piece of what makes this boat pretty freaking cool. Let me reiterate. A lot of comments. Why aren't you doing the work yourself? I thought this was a boat restoration page. I'm not doing this work. Painting, hull repair, recoring, new fiberglass, epoxy resin, sanding, fairing, all the above, because I am not the professional when it comes to it. If I ended up doing it, if you look back at the Sea Ray 380 Sunsport, I'm not a professional. So it would not look like it should or like I want it to if I were to do that. I'm pretty good with mechanical, electrical, project management, you name it. I can get pretty creative. I've done a lot, even upholstery. When it comes to this specialized work, leave it to the professionals, guys. Save your money. If the boat is worth repairing and fixing up and making it look nicer with a new paint job or any sort of fiberglass or cosmetic repairs, save your money and pay a licensed professional to do it for you. Someone that's gone to school for this kind of work, someone that does this stuff every single day and is a true artist when it comes to these repairs. Leave it up to them. So in this case, I will raise my hand and say, I'm not doing the work myself because I have hired a licensed professional to do it and make it look like it should, and make it look like it was done by a professional. So there you have it. What I can do in this situation is show you guys what it takes, what he does to get to the finished product that we're looking for here. It's not easy, but like I said, on stuff like this, save your money, pay a professional to do it, and then mechanical, electrical, whatever it might be, learn from me. I've learned from trial and error on how to do all that kind of stuff. Here we go. What you're gonna see next is the first coat of the new paint color on the 2000 Pursuit 3400. I think you'll be pretty surprised. A lot of people have been saying, thank God it's not green anymore. A lot of people have been saying, keep the green. A lot of people have been saying, paint it some sort of blue. Well, I didn't listen to anybody. And this is what the boat looks like.